Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a garlic parmigiano stuffed chicken wings. So first you want to start by prepping your chicken wing. I strongly suggest washing it with either vinegar, lemon, or lime, something acidic to remove the gunk that might be on the outside of the skin. And you want to proceed to separating the wing from the drummet, and that simply means taking your knife and going in between that joint that connects them both. To debone your chicken wing, what you want to do is get a small scissors. I suggest using a scissors because it's a lot easier to handle, and you want to just simply pull back the skin like you see me doing here, and take your scissors and go in between the skin and the meat, and to just simply snip that ligament that connects them both. I find that this is the easiest and the simplest way to do it, and it should come off really easy. After you've done that, you just want to take your hand and feel the joint that connects the bones to the wingtip, and you want to press and hold the joint, that lower joint, and pull and snap the wing right there. So as I'm showing you is that lower joint, and you just want to pull and wiggle, and it should come right out. This process didn't take me that long at all, maybe 10 minutes, and here I'm just showing you that you have the drummets and the wings separate. So this is a spice blend. It's garlic, cayenne pepper, mushroom powder, black pepper, and salt. I'm adding a bit of onion paste to balance out the flavors. You just want to use your hands and mix those seasoning together so that when you do sprinkle it on the chicken, it goes on evenly. And you want to take your time and make sure you massage in that seasoning really well. The more you massage it, the more it'll really become one with that chicken, and make sure the chicken really tastes flavorful. So for the stuffing, I decided to pair it with a little bit of mini bell pepper just for some flavor and brightness. This is an option, you don't necessarily have to do it, but you want to take your bell peppers and you want to de-seed it and make sure it's nice and clean. Once you've done that, you want to make sure you mince the peppers really small so that it can fit into the stuffing, which will be potatoes, Parmigiano, and walnuts. You don't necessarily have to use these ingredients, but these are what I chose to use. You can use ham, cheese, jalapenos, whatever you decide. So I just put my pot of potatoes on to boil, and I'll let that boil until it's really soft and I'm able to mash it with a fork. And I'm here prepping my garlic that I'm going to be adding to my butter, my pot of butter. So it's going to be garlic, butter, mashed potatoes that I'm going to be pairing with the sweet peppers and the walnuts. So I'm taking a tablespoon of butter and melting that down. And like I said, I'm going to be adding my minced garlic to it. In this part, you don't want to cook the garlic until it gets golden and crispy. You want to just ever so lightly cook it. That way you can bring out the oils, the natural oils in it, and the flavor just enough for it to be awakened, so that if you don't overcook it, it'll be nice and pungent in the mashed potatoes once you do cream it. So I'm just adding those potatoes to the pot, a little bit of milk. You don't really need much because you don't want it to be super creamy. You want it to have a bit of body to it because it is going to be in that chicken wing and it's going to be paired with other things. So you just want it to have a bit of body to it. So here I have my walnut pieces, or walnut halves. If you can find them roasted, that'd be good, but I was not able to find them roasted, so I'm just chopping them up roughly. You don't want them too big or too small, and I'm going to be roasting them over a hot skillet. The key to roasting it is to make sure the heat is not too high, and you want to roast it until it gets nice and golden and you can smell that nuttiness being really heightened. So I'm just going to take my creamed potato, my cheesy potatoes, and I'm going to separate it in half. Half I'm going to be using for a side dish, and the other half I'm going to be adding in my walnuts and my bell peppers. When you are stuffing your chicken wings, you want to make sure you are aware that you're not overstuffing it, because you will have to seal the open end. So be generous with it, but just be aware not to overstuff it. Once you're satisfied with how stuffed your chicken wing is, you want to use a toothpick and seal that end. For the coating of the chicken, we'll be using a double coating method. So I have here a mixture of flour, cornstarch, and icy cold water. I'm using icy cold water because it helps to keep the coating really light and flaky and crispy for much longer after it's been sitting. So even after it's been sitting for a while, the chicken wing will still be nice and crunchy. So you want to place your chicken wing in the flour mixture, really pack it on there, but at the same time shake off the excess. You want to put it in the cold water for just a few seconds, letting the excess water drip off, and back into that flour once more. The crinkling that you see on the coating of the chicken is what is key to making the chicken fry really crispy and extra crunchy. So you want to fry your chicken on pretty high heat, about 375, 400, for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. It won't take long because, like I said, we debone the chicken. So you're mostly just trying to fry it to get it nice and cooked all the way through and crunchy. And there you have it, guys, a meal of absolute flavor perfection. It was nice and crispy and garlicky while still being creamy on the inside, and I paired it with a bit of oregano and honey butter. I do hope you guys try this recipe and let me know how it was for you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.